Hey everyone, welcome to installment number 2 of Boomer Racing. Another hard day's training, sat here in my chair, in my rig, racing against people who've been doing this obviously a lot longer than I have, because I'm still crap. A lot of time spent on Forza 7, a bit of time spent on the Formula 1 sim. However, I feel that I need to do a lot more time on Forza 7 before I go into the sim doing aggressive racing against humans, because I'm still rubbish. I've got a couple clips for you today. I'll show you where I am racing in Forza 7, just in ghost mode on the simplest, slowest cars and the simplest, slowest tracks, proper old boy stuff. I'll go over my rig, not complicated, as I said before. I've done this on the budget. So so let's go for it. Right, cover off the rig, the rigaroo, what I have. I was restricted in budget, so I couldn't go for the direct drive force feedback steering wheels. New word for me, that. I couldn't go for a H gear shifter, another new word for me, that. I had to stick with sort of the entry level good stuff, if that makes sense. So I've gone for the Thrustmaster. Whoever named it a Thrustmaster, genius. Went for the Thrustmaster TMX. I went for the Pro version of that, which includes the 3-pedal setup, as you can see here. You've got the accelerator, brake and clutch. You can switch what orientation you have those around by pressing that little button above the X on the steering wheel mount. Found that out late into my 1 week long driving career. I also went for Xbox One over PS4, again simply because of price. And the games that I'm playing are Forza 7 and the Formula 1 by Codemaster 2019. So that was a bit of a splash up for me on that one. The reason that I went for the Xbox is purely price. I'm gutted I can't play Gran Turismo. That seems to be where most of the sim racing is done, where the guys are really pushing themselves. I'm not near that level yet, so I'm probably not missing out much. I'd just like to be able to go and practice on real tracks that I'm familiar with, cars that are associated to racing, as opposed to the Forza 7 setup, which is sort of tracks that you don't really know about. I mean, there are a few Formula 1 circuit tracks on there, but it's, everything's just a little bit gameplay in Forza 7. I did a bit of the campaign in both the Codemaster Formula 1 game and in Forza 7. Enjoyed those, but again, you're just playing TV games and you're not learning to be a racer, which is what I'm looking to do, right? Right, now for the pièce de résistance of my rig. Have a look at this bad boy here. That is my driving seat, a Winchester leather office chair. Picked this up in auction in the UK. Loved it dearly ever since. Don't think that's going to go anywhere unless my driving goes a lot better. No aches or pains, bit annoying that it slides around. I've had to put something behind the wheels to stop whenever I slam on brakes going through the wall in my office. But love this chair. Love the retro feel that it gives it, proper boomer style racing. That not quite sure what's next, maybe a cigar. Right, so a bit of driving. I'm pretty sure if anybody is watching this, you've got some interest in sim racing, so you're probably pretty bloody good. To be honest, I'm still not good at all, but I'm having fun with it. I'm improving all the time. I've geeked out a bit on Forza 7. I've been writing down my lap times and seeing if they're coming down, and they're coming down. Sometimes I jam an absolute crazy lap time that I don't know where that came from, don't know where I got the time. And sometimes I crash into everything. I even spun on a cone, a little plastic cone earlier today. What the hell? Right, so we'll start off, just because this is the one that downloaded first. It takes bloody ages to get them off the Xbox. We'll start off with a flying lap that I'm going to set as my benchmark lap time. Just don't know why really, but Monza seems to be where I'm learning to use the pedals and learn the lines and stuff like that. So I'm going to use Monza as my test to see how much time I can shave off a lap regularly. It'd just take too long if I was trying to do it off all the tracks. So every now and then I'll do a flying lap in Monza, and hopefully we'll get those down. So here we go. This is the lap. I'm going to try commentate over the top of it. Don't know how it's going to sound. Hopefully it'll sound okay. Also, I don't know how good my commentary will be, because I don't know what I'm doing really. But I'm learning and I'm getting better. Don't you worry. I'm going to be able to give you some good advice one day. I reckon. I think I'm going to become a bit of a knowledgeable codger in this stuff. I'm geeking out. Right. So this is the flying lap. As you can see, the red lights go out and they start you off before you go over the start-finish line to try to gather some speed. So these are actually the last two right-handers of the track in Monza. Two cars parked there. One is a ghost that just appears for you to time yourself against. The other is your best lap. Coming to the first chicane, this is an absolute dog of a corner. You've got to slow the right down to get anywhere around that corner nicely. Really difficult to perform in that corner. I like this right-hander here. It's just a long, swooping, flat-out right-hander. Coming up to the second chicane, which is also very tough. So left-hand first turn on the second chicane. You have to drop down all the way. I drop down all the way in my gears. I don't know if that's right. Then you come to a nice right-hander. I like, there's a few sharp sort of 90-degree right-handers on this track that I really like. There's two in a row here that you can pretty much, the faster you're going, the faster you can go around them, because your car just sort of sticks to the ground. And then you come to the third chicane, which is a quick chicane. You can actually do the chicane at some speed. You just got to time it right. Here I didn't get it right, but because I'm so far in a lap that's successful, I didn't want to bank out of it. If you go off the track, your lap time is cancelled. It becomes invalid. Still times it, but it becomes invalid and doesn't show as a recorded lap. So these are those two right-handers that I tell you about. I don't know if it's one right-hander that just closes in on itself. And then coming back to the start-finish line here. So that's the end of a lap that we're going to use. So here's the timing. Sorry about my technophobe abilities here, but I just had to take a screenshot of the top right-hand corner. So these are the times that I set in that lap. As you can see, my official time for that lap was 1:28.4. I have actually set a 1:23, which you can see above that. Strange one that. I don't know how I did it, what I did differently there to what I did differently this time, but hey, there you go. I didn't film it, so it's not real. That's a rule. So we'll stick with the 1:28 and let's grow and see how much we can improve on that. I think the good guys are coming in, 1:12, 1:14, so we've got a lot of growth to do here. Right, I'm actually going to call it a night at the end of that lap, simply because the other stuff hasn't downloaded yet from Forza. But that gives me something to put on tomorrow. So I'm going to do some actual human-to-human racing tomorrow, and we'll pop that on there, and you can have a look at me versus other folks. It's a great mix on Forza. That's one nice thing about it. You've got some real beginners and some really good guys. So it's a great place to learn. I just wish it was more realistic and a more actual tracks that we know from telly. Okay, so I'm going to call it a night there. Please do subscribe if you like any of what I'm doing here. Do follow it. It is just for fun. But yeah, let's see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye bye.